What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally gonna talk about the Invincible versus game. And this is bad, alright? It's real bad. First, we had launch issues. There's overpriced costumes. Story mode is not too long. Gameplay, we gotta talk about that. And I truly believe this is a fighting game that will die in a few months. Let's talk about it. So first, let's discuss the launch of the game. If you bought the deluxe edition, idiot, just kidding, I did too. You know what I mean? I bought the deluxe edition. I knew what was in it. I knew you get a banner, you know, you get the costume from Mark exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's specific items in the deluxe edition. I understand that. I know this. You should have read the fine print as well if you didn't know. I'm gonna go ahead and open the game. So you know I actually have this. It's not fake. No messing around. Let me go and train it. I have not played very much. I'll just say that, but I have played. We don't go here to Marky Mark. I know how to go down. There you go. I did pre-order the game. Okay, I pre-ordered the game. I knew what came with that. You understand? I knew you get like a banner, profile pic or whatever. Like all this little exclusivity to pre-order. Okay, I understand that, and you should have understood that too if you're buying it. But what they did was, you bought the deluxe edition and you did not get your cosmetics right away. I almost refunded the game. I about to say delete the game, but I almost refunded the game because I did not have my items that I wanted. I almost refunded it and I was going to buy the standard edition, as I really didn't want to support them, but the gameplay looks fun, you know what I mean? I want to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, the gameplay looks crisp. I want to play it. And let's just say I didn't return it, okay? I stuck it out a little bit. They decided to tweet out. We got this right here. I don't know if you just see that very well. The team is pushing a patch to Steam that should resolve the issues with players missing deluxe edition cosmetics, pre-order bonus items, and cosmetic purchases. You'll need to completely close Invincible versus and download this patch to resolve the issue. Thank you for your patience. So I was, during this brief stint, like before they even said anything, I was bothering the fuck out of them. I'll say that. I literally messaged them like multiple times trying to get this notice. They didn't want to talk to me. They didn't say nothing to me, okay? But when someone with a check mark said something, that's when they decided to put a tweet out and everything. Or an X, whatever you want to call it, X post. I'm an old man, my bad. But let's just say it was not a fantastic launch. And that's okay. Not every game launches great. I know other people want to pull, like, this fighting game didn't do that well when they launched. This fighting game didn't do that. This other game didn't do that. Like, we know there's bad launches. I understand that. But when you put money first for pre-orders, you would expect to get your items and stuff. That was a very, very bad sign. I'm not gonna lie. That is a very bad sign. That should have been prepared day one. As the game drops, people are missing stuff after they paid for your game before it even came out. That's real bad. And like, there's also the thing, like, I'm a content creator, bro, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy the shit early so I can play it early. You understand? But other people, you know, the normal people that don't do content creation or something, or just want to play the game and they want to, I don't know, grab some items early. That's on them if they want to or not. I understand. I'm not too big on pre-ordering usually. It really depends. Like, fighting games, I don't mind shelling out a little bit extra just so I can get it, because usually you do it one time. For fighting games, it's not a big deal. But we're gonna move to our next point, and we're kind of gonna negate what I just said. So what you're seeing here is a Steam listing, okay? This is prices for skins that dropped day one as a game released, okay? Now, no announcement, no nothing. We had no idea this was on the way, okay? But we have skins that dropped at high prices. And for anybody that got the deluxe edition, if you don't know, or if you didn't know what the deluxe edition had, you got a banner, a badge, you got Mark's Zero Suit skin, and that's pretty much it. You got very things that don't matter besides the skin, right? Everybody likes the skin. Now, what they did was drop these skins day one. These are not in the deluxe edition. This is not in the standard edition. You have to buy these straight up. Just buy them. That's it. The only one I will say that is fair, that is somewhat fair. Let's say that. Maybe we'll do two. Maybe we'll do two that are somewhat fair. We got Alan the Alien with a different outfit for $4.99, basically $5. I feel like reasonably that should be alright. You know, I mean, I still think it's too much for a skin, but we know what Fortnite does. We know what Apex charges. Like, you know what these other games charge. But this is a fighting game, and that's about, what, Street Fighter level for a price. That's not terrible. It's what we're used to, and it's unfortunate that we're used to that. It really is. Because it's an item you can't touch. You know what I'm saying? In, like, day one, I wouldn't have been opposed. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was $1. Like, if they were all $1, I would have bought all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal, but you have to shell out an extra $45 if you want the rest of these skins. Like, if you want any of these. And they're optional, of course. Of course they're optional. But we'll get to that in a second, since everybody wants to talk about options. We'll get to that in a second, because people talk a lot and they try to defend this, but I got you in a second. Hold, just wait. We'll get to that. But let's get back to this. So what we have here, this is a bundle right here. This one I can understand. This one being $10. So Alan the Alien, right, was $5 by himself, right? I can say that's fair. Now we have two different skins that changes how they look. Does not change their abilities or anything, but it changes how they look, you know, how they appear to people. And there's two of them, $10 or $9.99. I say that's pretty fair. That's reasonable. I understand that compared to what they were doing with Alan the Alien. But now we take a step back. We go to Elemental. This is one person, okay? We're charging $9.99 for this skin for one person. What happened? Where'd the plot go? Because we had something cooking for a second, right? Alan the Alien, he's $5 for just him by himself. $5. Okay, that's the one. That's the first one. You go on to the next one. We got Battle Beast. This one, people may try to convince you that $10 is reasonable for this one because you get your costume, right? But you get profile card background, you get title, badge, profile card frame, right? So can we justify this one as well? You know what? I'll give it to them. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it to them, okay? Because there's a little bit more than just the one thing in there, okay? So I feel like we can give it to them. I don't think it's fair, but we can give it to them. I'm thinking maybe $7. You know what I'm saying? Because it's profile shit. Do you actually care about profile shit? Honestly, because you had to buy it. Like if you had to earn it, maybe it might be a little better. But you get handed profile stuff. I'm not too big of a fan on that. I didn't like that in part of the deluxe edition. But now we're gonna get to the shirtless man. Okay, we're gonna get to him right now. So we have Conquest Breakout. This is literally Conquest shirtless with pants on. Okay, this is $10, chat. This is $10. Now, do we think that's fair? Is that fair? Now, do you have to buy it? Of course not. But do people want it? Yes. Now, the argument that is going around... Oh, and I'll just say, you get 4 color variants of these outfits, okay? That doesn't justify the price to me. I'm sorry, it does not. But what people want to use as justification, I'll just do a little example, okay? We're gonna take a look at some of these skins that aren't part of the game, okay? I want to show you the justification people have. So we're gonna go to Marky Mark right here, okay? Let's just go down. We have the skin you unlock, right? This is what you unlock. Is it bad? I'm gonna point this way. Is it bad? No. That's a nice color, right? That's one skin that you got. There's another skin you got. That's not bad, right? Let's show another skin you get. That one. That's not bad, right? What about that skin? That skin's not bad, right? And what about the final skin? How's that one? Now, are you seeing the issue, or do I need to make it obvious? There is no difference in any of these outfits besides the color. So we're getting virtually colorways of these fits, of their base outfits, and we're gonna have to purchase with real currency, real cheese, some alternate fits. And now that normally would not be a problem, but the fact is you get nothing from the base game besides colors. And I haven't even beat the story, but I know the story gives you Mark's blue fit, and then you get, if you play on hard difficulty, you get Nolan's white fit. So I know, and it's just a color. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get the colors. Now, Nolan's fit might actually be different. I'll give him that one. I believe the white one is tapeless. I'm not sure. Someone have to confirm with me on that one because I don't have it yet. We go through here too. I'll slow it down. There's another variant right there. It would basically get more combat colors. This one I give a little credit. That one's tough. I give it that one. I ain't see that one, but that's tough if it's doing all that. I'll say that. Regardless, it's still a color variant. This is common theme. This is not tailored to Mark and Nolan. We got Eve as well. It's just colors, bro. And this is the argument, people, that you earn skins in the game. These aren't skins, bro. Let's keep it a buck. These are not skins. These are not skins or colors. That's what they are. They are literally colors. You can change your color. That's what you earn in the game. You earn colors. But then we rotate back, and you get different versions. Where am I at? Different versions of these characters. You know what I'm saying? Even Shirtless Conquest, different version. You did different versions. They don't do anything different. You know what I mean? They're just skins. Okay, they're just skins. But they're actual skins. They change how the characters look. Like, you got Mohawk Mark, you got Bald Eve. Like, you know what I'm saying? It changes how they look. And I'm assuming they're gonna drop more eventually at some point, you know? We got DLC characters on the way, you know, stuff like that. And that's a glaring issue. I just want to point that out, bro. That's bad, especially if this is the way this game is going. I really hope this is not the way the game is going. And then look at what they're charging. This is what they're charging now. I can't imagine in the future if there's something you guys actually want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can end up having like a $20 skin for one character. And I just want to call out the bullshit. Like, I'm gonna call it out. I have to. A small channel, but hey, I gotta call it out. I'm sorry, I got to, but this is bad. This is terrible. I don't like it. Like, I'm a fighting game person, bro. I play fighting games. You know, on the low, I don't be streaming all the time with fighting games and stuff. Ain't nobody trying to see me get, like, whoop y'all asses. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna see y'all in the lobby. Don't trip. I know you talking talking that shit. I know you talking that shit. When I get good, I'm gonna be on here. I'm streaming tonight for the story mode. Don't even trip. And I might hop into my first match. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is a problem. You know what I'm saying? This is an issue, and I hope it is not consistent. I really hope they fix it. This is bad. I did want to talk about the story just for a brief moment. We are paying. It's not even full price. I would give it to them. They knocked $10 off for us, okay? Because usually games are about 60, usually about 70. Deluxe edition was 70, but the base game is about, what is it, 49, I think? I think this was different, right? If I'm wrong, correct me, of course. But I believe it was like $10 off. That does not justify an hour-long story. Now, I know, and we knew, that it was gonna be an hour-long story. We already knew this. This is not my biggest gripe. It's a fighting game. I understand that. A lot of people do not. A lot of people do not understand it's a fighting game. So they do not like the hour concept. They like single-player content stuff, but it's a fighting game. Online is what keeps them alive, right? That is the main premise. But you are paying $50, $60, $70 for a game to just play online. That's it. Like, I understand you don't want to unlock everything in the story mode. Okay, whatever. But an hour? We get 1 hour? This show is what, like 4 seasons deep, and you get 1 hour of a made-up story? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, if it doesn't make sense to you, let me know down below. But it just doesn't make sense to me for an hour. I can't justify it all. I don't know how they did, but it passed testing and all that, and they put it out, and people are eating it up, calling this game great. I have to knock it. It's another point down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. That's pretty bad. I'm gonna play it. It's whatever. It's nice and short for me for content. Easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. But it's just like, damn, that's it? Like, I'd be mad if I was a story mode person, or like, if you pay money for this stuff, and like you're happy with just an hour story just so you can play online. And speaking of online, let's talk about some gameplay. All right, I haven't jumped online yet, but I heard there's a lot of server issues and stuff. I'm not gonna even address that because I can't attest to it. I have not had an issue with that. I haven't been online to really get messed with like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get there though. I'm gonna see myself. We'll maybe do a follow-up video if needed. You know what I mean? If it's that bad, because I heard the servers are pretty bad. Like, I don't know though. Y'all have to attest to that, bro, for me. But let's talk about the actual gameplay. Alright, here we are. We're jumping into training. Alright, and last night I ended up hopping into training mode. I was like, let me just try it. I was finally able to jump on, and I was just like, you know what, let me test it out. Let me see what this game is about. It's like I never have to play the beta and stuff. And I wish I did, because I would have brought this stuff up a lot sooner. But people are really saying this game is like all that and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm here to contest to that, because I play fighting games, bruh, and this shit is not that unique. It is a cool concept. I like the idea that they threw together for the game. But when everything is tied to being different by just pressing the special button, that's kind of a glaring, I wouldn't say issue, but people are trying to glaze the game like it's something crazy. And I'm like, that's not that impressive. I'm sorry, like when everybody does the same shit, like, you know what I mean? And I haven't I have not played that much. You know what I'm saying? So I know I haven't found the fucking proper combo structures and shit like that. I just literally started. I played like 30 minutes last night. And just from that, I tried every character, just trying them out. I didn't do no fancy combos. I'm just saying all that just so you guys don't be like, oh, you don't even play the game. Like, I've seen y'all play it too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I can see. I play other fighting games. It's nothing crazy. Like, this is not anything crazy. I'm not hating on it at all. I think it looks good. Visually, it's cool. You know what I mean? It looks good. These are cool. You know what I mean? You get your little bitch supers and stuff like that. But it's just like, dog, this is nothing unique. It feels like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter did a tag, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like, you're playing Street Fighter Mortal Kombat a little bit. There's probably Crazy Footsie game in here somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't really played it that much. I actually don't know how to do a simple poke yet. There we go. We got one. Okay, there we go. We got little footsie games going, okay? I don't know to the extent of all that yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna play the game. I'm not hating on it. I promise I'm not. But I'm just trying to point out the fact that it's not that great. If you miss it, you know what I mean, you don't play the game, I don't feel like you'll miss much. I feel like this is probably one of the easier ones to learn. And this is off of my little bit of time that I had. Now, if I'm incorrect on that and there's some crazy shit in here, please let me know. But so far, I haven't seen anything that complicated. Like, I'm nigga that has played Tekken. I have played Street Fighter. I have played Mortal Kombat. What is it? Virtual Fighter. And in all these, I have not maybe recorded. I have not maybe streamed. you know, but I have had my time in them. Like, you know what I mean? I have played them. I went to tournaments for Tekken, not Street Fighter, for Mortal Kombat. I've won Mortal Kombat, and like, nothing like big, no Evo, nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't into money. You know what I mean? So I ain't travel. But it's just like I don't see the ginormous appeal of calling this like a great, like not a great fighting game, but like people are saying like, oh, it's the best fighting game. It's like, dude, come on. Like all you're doing is pressing special button to be different. I'll show you. Look, you switch characters. We got different special buttons, but what do they all do? What do they all do? They all do that, right? They all do the little combination of whatever. And I know like specifically hers might be different or whatever. And then like Nolan, I just discovered I had this costume, by the way, too. I didn't even know he had an alternate, but he had an alternate costume automatically. Thank goodness I didn't pay for it. But they don't do anything like, I wouldn't say it's not unique. It's just like, it's not nothing crazy. It's not what I thought it was gonna be from what I was seeing and stuff until I got my hands on it. And I'm like, oh, like there it is. Like you get specials, you get special buttons. Like everybody has a special button. That's the only factor that makes them different. Okay, and that's not like a bad thing. I'm not saying it's like something like terrible or something. You know what I mean? But it doesn't make it the best fighting game ever. It makes it very simple. It feels very friendly for anybody to jump in. That's the thing, and that's not a knock either. That's good. I want more people to play more fighting games. I just want the truth to be out here, because this game is not the best fighting game ever. Now, it's great. Like, I think it's cool. Like, I haven't played online, so I really don't know all the cheese. But, like, it's just, I'm just disappointed in people saying this is that great of a fighting game. Like, they're trying to make it great. And it's just online talk, you know what I'm saying? But that shit riles me up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, it's not that impressive, bro. And now, it's cool. It's new. You know what I mean? People are hyping it up. It is what it is. And I just wanted to address that, bro. I think, honestly, with how the game plays and everything like that, I'm gonna get to my last point. I think the game is only gonna last a few months. Like, and usually, fighting games, they usually last a few months, okay? They don't last that long. For the majority, unless you're a sweat. If you're a sweat, then you play this. Like if you're watching this, you probably play fighting games in general. You know what I'm saying? And you're probably gonna play this more than the month, right? Like this is a brand new month, right? We're in May. You know, you're probably gonna play it this month. If you're not a fighting game person, you're probably gonna play it this month. It's slowly gonna die by the end of the month. You know what I mean? Like for you, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm playing it. Oh, this character, like no one came out yet. They didn't drop nobody yet. Oh, and like if I'm wrong, if Immortal or whatever comes out, or Universa, they come out this month or something, let me know. I don't know. I didn't check on that. But unless a character drops, this game is gonna go down every time until a new character drops, and then it's gonna go back up. It happens every cycle of a fighting game. But this one, I didn't even talk about the roster. You know what I mean? And I'm not like upset about it, but I know there's more characters in this. But look, oh, I'm in the way. Look how small the roster is. And like this is stuff that they said that was already there. Like I understand that, but it's just like, let's be realistic. Just for a moment, this game is not gonna last that long with a small roster, drip fed content, and then cosmetics being a lot of money. Unfortunately, people are gonna buy them, so they're probably gonna keep that shit. You know what I mean? They're probably gonna keep that policy of having $10 skins, unfortunately, because someone already bought the bundle, and then they're like talking about it on X or whatever, and glazing that, like saying like, oh, I'm so glad I bought it. Like, you know what I mean? There's no winning that competition, unfortunately. Like people buy it, they're gonna keep doing it, and it might get worse. I'm not gonna lie, it might actually get worse. And I fear for fighting games in the future, bro, because like and then like the small roster is not a huge deal. They're probably trying to, you know, drip feed the content from all their little characters in their universe so they can throw it in the game. Because like by the end of the game's life cycle, we'll have a Fighter Z roster. You know what I mean? Fighter Z started off with a small roster too. Bad choice. I thought it was terrible. That was a terrible choice. It wasn't a terrible roster, but it was a terrible choice to do that. There's so many characters in Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many characters in here. Now what they're doing is forcing DLC. But they could have did like 2 seasons or something, and that was it. And they gave us most of the characters. You know what I'm saying? But no, companies gotta be greedy, and they gotta make every character, you know, some event. You know what I mean? And it sucks that it's that way, but this is the reality of the game. I think this is in a bad state already. I'm not gonna lie. Gameplay wise, it's fine. It's whatever. It's nothing crazy. Server issues and stuff, they'll get fixed eventually. I don't think that's the main issue. I feel like everything around the game is a problem, honestly. The marketing's been fine. The story, I wouldn't say the story sucks. I haven't played it yet. I don't know. It's a short ass story. It's all I know. I know people have beat it in 30 minutes to an hour. Like, I don't know, you skip cutscenes, I think you can beat it faster. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Like, I understand I haven't touched every aspect of the game. If I didn't touch a part that you guys wanted me to or whatever, you know, let me know. And I know some people are gonna be upset that I'm even talking about the game like this early before I really dived into it. But I'm a fighting game person, bro, so I understand mechanics and stuff like that, and I understand what kind of draws people in, especially like as someone that likes to bring people into fighting games. I'm like, hey, like come play this fighting game. Like people hate fighting games, and they always like they're never friendly. This is the most friendly fighting game I've seen. Like this does not feel complicated. Like I know I heard Powerplex right here. He has some just frame stuff that's a little bit more for some people, but you don't have to use them. You know what I mean? But I know that's a little bit more for that's for the fighting game people. You know what I mean? But if you're just a casual or something like that, you're most likely gonna fall off this game. I'm not hating on the game at all. I promise I'm not, because I actually I liked it. I'm open. I bought it. You know what I mean? Like it's not bad. I'm gonna jump on a story. I'm gonna be streaming the game. Come join. You know, come talk to me. Come let me know your thoughts on it. But and let me know if you don't play it past 3 months, bro. Because I'm thinking 3 to 6 months. This game will be like matchmaking is gonna take a while to find people. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's one of them games, bro. Like I feel like it's one of them games that won't go. And if it goes beyond that, bro, I'll be happy as hell. You know what I mean? I'll be happy as hell because I want fighting games to keep going. Luckily, they were smart and did the thing where you can you have crossplay and stuff active. Thank God we're in 2026. People are starting to wake up and do that. Thank goodness, because if it was locked to consoles and stuff, like specifically, oh man, I wouldn't even bought it on PC honestly, because there would be no point. Because PC fighting game community and sports community in general is just it's pretty low, man. But with crossplay and stuff like that, it kind of saves it a little bit, so you can buy it anywhere, you can play anywhere, you know, and that's a nice aspect. But let me know your thoughts on the game. If you're enjoying it, fantastic. I'm glad you are. I do not appreciate everybody buying the cosmetics, but I'm probably gonna jump on board too, bro. I get tired of looking at the same normal skins too, bro. I understand, but I wish they would address that before I do. I haven't bought anything yet for a reason, because I'm hoping they address something at least by this month. You know what I mean? And if they don't, I'll probably end up buying two, unfortunately, because I want to change my variant. I think there's fair ones. Like I don't know about like the shirtless conquest and stuff. If it goes on sale, maybe. But right now, I'd probably keep those ones out my vault. I might buy Alan and the bundle with the Mohawk, just because those are maybe Battle Beasts, so I can justify them, but that's about it. Those are probably the only ones I would probably spend some bread on. I'm not gonna lie, because they are of reasonable, you know, degree. I give it that. I'll say they're reasonable. They're still expensive, but you never get like usually 2 Fortnite skins for $10. You know what I mean? Because people want to keep comparing Fortnite to like the cosmetic thing, and this is a fighting game, bro. Fighting games usually don't like, you know, extend that for with prices and stuff for skins. But Street Fighter kind of did a little bit, and people weren't happy with it. I noticed that uprising. And then with this one, it's becoming like now we're starting to make a problem, and I don't like it. So hopefully they do change their, you know, the setup. Hopefully people that did pay for it already can get like, I doubt they get money back. I ain't gonna lie, they ain't gonna do that. They are not gonna do that. But I hope everybody enjoys the game. New game out. Give it some time. We'll see where it lands. You know, I still don't think it's gonna last that long, but I hope it does for fighting game's sake, because this is one that can kind of bring in more of an audience, because this is not your standard usual fighting game like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken. Like this is an IP that people watch on TV and probably never expected a game from. You know what I mean? Not a fighting game for one. But this is great. I love the idea. It's out here. The gameplay it's smooth. It's fine. It's the same though. Like everybody plays the same. Like that's the biggest thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Holla at your boy. I'll talk to y'all soon. I'm out of here.